Hello and welcome back. We are back with the Midnight Fusion podcast. We brought it back from the basement where it was buried.
The shoebox in the backyard?
Yeah, I dug it up, zapped it with like a car battery, and it is now a zombified corpse which is shuffling around in the background.
Couldn't actually afford anything good, so we had to use jumper cables and a couple frying pans, but all was good in the world.
Yeah, I also got burnt like 4 times, so.
So there may or may not have been a few used Thundershock Pokemon jokes in there, but whatever.
Yeah, dug it up, took care of it. Shambling corpse. Some people thought we were hanging out with Larry King.
It's funny because he's old?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know. I know who Larry King is, but I never watched him. Sorry.
It's the joke is that he looks like, yeah.
A zombie?
Yes.
Okay.
Thanks for ruining my comedy.
What a good start! Anyway, my name is Sam. I'm that one guy from the country you don't know about. With me is Dan.
Hey, darlings, how you doing?
He made all our lunches today. Thanks, Mom.
I did make all your lunches. Everybody wanted something different. Josh, I cut all the crust off your sandwiches just like you like.
Thanks. That's good. I feel like I'm about to have a traumatizing flashback.
And we got Josh as well. Hi, Josh.
Hey, yeah, that's me. The Twitter person.
Social media consultant.
Yeah.
Social media consultant. It's a real job. Look it up. Probably never heard of it.
Yeah, my favorite thing about using Twitter is when I think of something really funny or find a really funny picture and I share it with the Pixel Exile account and I retweet it, it just nothing. It gets nothing. No attention. I tweet one really stupid thing that I think is like just incredibly dumb and I get like 10, 15 retweets and likes and people saying it's hilarious. My comedy.
Welcome to social media.
Yeah, my comedy is not on point. Ever. I'm like Hanzo from Overwatch. I'm never on point.
Hey! But yes, today we're just going to, I don't know, talk about what we want to talk about for the next half an hour or so. What we've been doing for the last couple of months, because it's been a while since we did this. Shoot, when did we do the last Midnight Fusion?
Did we even do one this year?
I don't think so. I think this is the first one.
Yeah, it's the first one of the year.
The first one of 2016.
Yeah, and it's only the end of July.
Yeah.
For me, tomorrow is the 1st of August. So there we go. Shit, what have I been doing? Working, then not working. Playing the Pokemon Go. Although not as much anymore because it's getting kind of boring.
That's what I'm hearing. I was out last night and there was one guy that was talking about it and he said he was really into it and just, yeah, he's bored with it now. I think what'll happen is that when they introduce more Pokemon like 2nd gen or whichever's, then people will get back into it and be all like, oh, I gotta... Because, I don't know, most of the people I've seen and talked to, they seem to mostly be into the collecting.
Yeah.
Like, I haven't seen too many people go crazy over the gyms, but maybe that's just my area, or...
Also, they're kind of bullshit, too. With how they work, but that's just me. Well, I mean, basically, you can... I mean, if there's one Pokemon in a gym, Dana's not interested at all, but who cares? You can throw 6 Pokemon at it and eventually beat him. But then you put my one guy, like my Pidgeot, yay, in there. And then it's like someone else can just attack it with 6 things. And it's like, now he's gone. And the rewards suck. You get like 10 coins for the first time you win. And then if this stays in there like 18 hours, you get another set of 10. But it never lasts for 18 hours.
Yeah.
Yes. So,
yeah.
Yeah, as they release
I've only
new
played
stuff,
it.
people will come back.
Yeah, I've only played a little bit. I've mostly been playing Overwatch.
It's high noon.
It's high noon somewhere. Team Fortress 2 Waifu Edition.
Josh is the May that puts walls up in front of me when I use tactical visor on 76.
No, I didn't do that. You were not. I was not playing with you.
I am still very bitter about that.
Yeah, but that wasn't me. I think when we first played together, I did block you a couple times, but I've gotten better. I just
did
try
it
to.
with Reinhardt once.
Yeah. But also, I mean, okay, here's the thing about me. I know people get pissed off about when someone throws up the wall, because there are people that just throw it up no matter what. They're just like, oh, just ice wall is off cooldown, so let's just make another ice wall. But sometimes, it's better to like maybe maybe I am blocking you from a kill or somebody from a kill, but it's kind of, you have to weigh the option. It's like, let that person live and potentially this or this, or just block them off, because if we block them off, we're going to push the payload that extra 2 meters that we need to win.
Right, but at the same time, let's say a whole enemy team's coming out of a door, and I, use McCree's high noon, and you just slam that wall up in front of them.
Oh yeah. See, I use the wall to try and block them from basically the payload, or I try to protect the flank, basically. Like those ones where it's you got to control the point and there's like 4 entrances. I'll throw the ice wall up like behind us, so we have something against our back for a little bit, and it forces them, like a Genji or Reaper can't come, like a Reaper can't come in from behind and start doing the Death Blossom. He'll have to like either come in through the side and we'll see him, and he'll still do it, but we'll see the Reaper and probably kill him before he gets off, before the ultimate finishes. Or he'll teleport in like a retard, and then when he's stuck there in that, coming out of the teleport, you just beat the shit out of him.
Look, man. Bastion tank, best tank.
Salt-powered robot.
Go ahead, call your god. He cannot unburt you. That's how I feel, like, every time I play Bastion. Because, I identify as an A10 Warthog. And Bastion is pretty close to an A10 Warthog.
My copy's still arriving. It should be here soon.
I haven't got mine yet. I think the video store's getting sick of me that just keep going and rerunning it.
Guys, can I just... They're just like, fuck it. Just fucking take it.
It's yours now. I secretly used to wish that would happen when I was a kid, because even though as much as I fanboy and adore the Final Fantasy series, and they could probably literally put a cup of pee in a box and say Final Fantasy 16, I would buy it, because that's my I guess Achilles heel. Like I won't. It's like, oh, I don't like what this guy who works on this game said. I don't agree with him, and I feel blah blah blah. So I'm not gonna buy his game. I don't want to support his shit. Final Fantasy, Square Enix, they can be all like, Josh, everything you like is trash. Okay, can I have your new game now?
Sure, buddy.
I don't like hit me more, daddy.
Oh God. Harder. What?
Yeah. Huh?
Oh no.
Like,
But Final Fantasy. Yeah, I was just gonna finish up. But the first Final Fantasy game, I didn't actually own it. I had to rent it constantly, and I was hoping they would just be like, hey kid, you've rented this game like 20 times, just keep it. But it never happened.
I had a very similar situation occur, and it's quite an embarrassing story. But what the hell? Let's tell it.
Why not?
So, there was a time, and by a time, I don't know, when did Resident Evil 4 come out? I must have been 14 or 15 at the time, but I went and rented Resident Evil 4 on the GameCube. I love the game so much, I never took it back. I'm not even exaggerating right now.
It came out in 2005.
All right, so
Toot.
hold aboard the rage train, everybody.
Wait, it's a callback to an old episode.
Yeah, I want to shout out for my boy the train.
There you go.
Wait for it. He's gonna say something again, starring the train. Like, that's our guest appearance, the train.
I like to give props to the train for always keeping his life on the rails.
He's always, always going forward, chugging along.
Anyway, you're telling it. Okay, so you stole a copy of Resident Evil 4 from the thing.
Stealing's a bad word. I just indefinitely borrowed.
Okay.
It's true. So months go by and they keep calling about the game, they keep calling about it, and we had moved. So finally, they get a hold of me again through various means, and they're like, "Yeah, so here's what we're gonna do. You just buy us a new copy of the game, and we'll just call it even." I'm like, "Oh, but how much are the late fees?" $365.
You're like, okay.
No.
You're like, okay, I'll buy you a new copy then.
Yeah, I went and bought them a used copy for $20 at this point. And they're like, "Oh, by the way, one more thing. Never come back to our store."
You're fickle.
You're banned. Let's rip off your membership card.
They just cut it up in front of you. Get out.
When I moved to where I live now, or the town I live in now, the Blockbuster called me up and said, "Yeah, you returned this movie." I don't remember what movie it was, but they're like, "You returned this movie and it's missing a disc." I'm like, "What?" They're like, "Yeah, it doesn't have this disc 2, the special features or whatever." And I'm like, "Yeah, I don't have it." They're like, "Well, we opened it up to put it back," or they put it back on the shelf and said that someone came to rent it and they complained or they opened up, there was no disc 2 or whatever. And so they looked up who rented it last, which was me. And I'm just like, why would I steal the special features and not just the movie?
Yeah.
Oh, wow, I really like X-Men 2, X-Men United, but I need the special features disc in my life.
I really want to see how they filmed that one scene.
Yeah, I never want to see the movie again.
Yeah. I just want to see Patrick Stewart doing an interview with some guy.
Yeah, or Alan Cumming in the Nightcrawler makeup, but on wires, hopping around and looking like a goddamn puppet. Look at me, I'm a teleport.
Pew pew pew.
That's what I want to see. The movie.
Yeah. Nah.
No.
Fuck that noise.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't have it. I opened up my PS2. I'm like, yeah, it's not in here. I don't. But they never harassed me again about it. So I guess maybe they just figured.
I think they found it. It was probably that thing. Probably the thing where you open the case and one of the discs falls out, and you're like, oh, it's on the floor. They probably just did something dumb like that.
Yeah, that, or maybe the person took it out or something, or maybe somebody else took it out. I don't know. Just There was another time where the kid that was working in there, he looked at me like I was retarded. Because that's the end of the story. He just looked at me like I'm retarded. No, I went in there and I was renting a couple games. I was renting oh shit, what was I renting on PS2? God, I can't remember what I was renting something on PS2, but I was also renting that Dragon Ball Z game that was on Xbox One, or the original Xbox. It was that Dragon Ball Z game where you kind of run down a hallway type map and you fight Cybermen and you fight robots, and then at the end of the level you fight a boss. It was Dragon Ball Z something. But anyway, so I had a PS2 game and an Xbox game. And he looked at me, he's like, "You realize you have 2 games for 2 different consoles?" I'm like, "Yeah." And he just stares at me like I'm retarded, and I'm like, "I own both consoles." I can play both of them. I can play one and then the other. And he's just staring at me like I'm a goddamn wizard. Or I'm trying to explain to him how black holes work and he's 3.
I have a question. Did this guy look like he was high as hell?
No, at least not that I remember. He could have been, though. Now that I think about it, there's a chance, yeah.
Well, man, are you aware you got, like, 2 different games for 2 different consoles here?
I can understand the concern if I had been maybe a 60-year-old man or woman, because then it's like, oh, you're probably renting these for a kid and you don't know what they are.
They do that with Blu-rays around here. Like, at this point in time, I would just like to assume that everyone would have a Blu-ray here.
Yep.
And then there was one time where I went to the Silver Screen here in town to go purchase the place where my videos. And I think I was renting some older movie because, believe it or not, I still have a VCR. And
Nice.
I rent it, and the guy looks at me and he's like, you know, this is not a Blu-ray, right? And I'm like, I know it's not a Blu-ray. Do you even still have a VCR? Just look at the guy like, yes.
Why would I be hiring it if I didn't?
But I have to wonder if that's just like protocol there. It's like every time I get a Blu-ray, they're like, oh, you know this is a Blu-ray, you gotta have a Blu-ray player for it? And I'm like, I got a PS4, I'm fine. But you need a Blu-ray player to play it. I think I'm fine.
That's one thing about me. I have never owned a DVD player.
I had a portable one, but...
Yeah, I have never actually owned just a DVD player. The first DVD player I ever had was a PlayStation 2.
Yes, can confirm.
Yep. Never got a separate DVD player because my PS2 always... Well, the PS2 I got it... Me and my brother got it for Christmas. It was like for both of ours. So when I moved out to go to college, I ended up getting... I left it there because I felt like... I'm like, I don't want to take it. And then he, because he has games that he wants to play. So, So when I moved here to go to college when I was 19, I got another PS2. And so that was my DVD player again. And then, years later, it always worked. So no problems. Then I got a PS3, so I used that. Now I have a PS4 and an Xbox 360. So why do I need a DVD player? Also, a computer. I have a computer.
See, I have a computer too, but mine doesn't have a disk drive.
I haven't used a disk drive on mine for like 3 years.
Mine still does. I think it's one of the last models, because this is when I bought it and built it or any of that shit. I've been slowly replacing the parts, but yeah, it still has a divot.
Yeah, I have a portable one I used to take camping, because, reasons, camping, portable DVD player, but no, it's still here with the last DVD I ever put in it.
Is it porn?
No. Hey, let's take a minute or two here. Who can guess what it is?
It is...
Is it a movie?
Yes.
Is it an animated movie?
No. CG.
A CG, okay. Is it a Pixar movie?
No.
I think that would count as animated.
Well, he said CG.
Is it an action movie?
Yes.
A CG action movie. Was it made in the last 5 years?
No.
10 years?
Please hold.
It's RoboCop.
2006.
2006.
So yes, just. Well, hold on. Now I'm confused. Is it an actual movie, but with CG parts, or is it like a CG animated movie?
I'm not really sure.
Is it the Incredible Hulk?
Is it based? Yeah, hold on. Is it based on like some sort of property, or is it its own? Is it like a brand new thing?
Okay, it is animation and CGI.
Okay.
Oh, is it Advent Children?
It is.
Ah, there we go. There we go. That was under 20. We got it. We win. We are the winner.
We here at Pixel Exile would like to apologize for anything.
Anything and everything?
Anything and everything.
Advent Children was actually okay.
Actually, I like the Blu-ray version better.
I mean, it was no Spirits Within.
Oh, God.
Fuck Spirits Within. Jesus. They actually released that on Blu-ray. I don't know why.
I like that Square Enix still tries to... What's that game? It's like like Life is Strange or whatever. And you can like walk around. I don't know. I haven't played the game, but I've seen the screenshot from it. So there's some house you're in. I don't know if it's the main girl's house or someone else's house. And she's looking at like the TV or the DVD player or the VHS. I don't know. She says, "Oh, there's still a movie in it," or something like that, or there's a movie sitting there, the case, whatever. The important thing is, she's like, "Oh, it's Final Fantasy Spirits Within." I don't care what anyone says. I liked that movie. It's like, hey, Square, no.
It was okay. Everyone's like, "Oh, that game is all friggin' social justice warrior and that kind of thing." If you like kind of like time travel-y stuff, it's not bad. It's not bad. The mechanics in it are kind of cool. The story gets a little weird, and they're also turning it into like a TV series or something now.
Weird.
Or a movie. I don't know.
Maybe they're going to turn it into Spirits Within 2.
Shit.
Life is Strange, Spirits Within 2.
I can probably guess where all the money for Spirits Within went. It went to all the voice actors.
No, a lot of it went towards the animation, too.
And that. It sure as hell didn't go on the story.
No. It was... Yeah, that was the thing. It was like... I don't know. I do like that Final Fantasy is a series that it's... kind of always reinvents itself. Like the settings are similar but different, but there's always those few key things. But all of that was completely stripped out. Like I mean, you're playing Final Fantasy. Final Fantasy 15 is going to come out, right? I know, Dan, you and I watched the reveal thing when they revealed the release date.
I was there.
And stuff. Is good. Is good times.
I mean, Kingsglaive looks pretty cool. I mean, I'm probably going to get the edition where it comes with it.
Yeah,
we won't talk about mine.
Final Fantasy 15, it's got the car, it's got like a radio, it has that, they kind of do that like modernish setting. It definitely doesn't look like a setting from like Final Fantasy 1, 5.
Oh, well, we're on topic of that.
6.
They have more product placement in there.
More Coleman?
No, American Express this time.
Oh, really?
Oh, no.
Because they've got what? They've got the car is it an Audi?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, and they're actually going to make one of them. There's the camping equipment, which is a brand I've never heard of because it's obviously an American thing. There was something, as you now say, there's the, what did you just say?
American Express.
American Express. There was one other thing too. Was it? I can't remember if it was food related or not. Although I do know that they basically like made food and took pictures of it, and that's the food in the game. So
maybe they made it at that Eorzea cafe.
Actually, I hear the food there is not too bad. Although there's no English version of it, so you better be able to read Japanese.
I'll just look at the pictures. Yeah,
I don't know if they do pictures or not.
Well, they have pictures of the food online. I will just go in there. I will print off pictures and be like,
"What that?
This."
Give me
from what I've heard from what I've heard of stuff that's over in Japan, stuff like that. I know, Trent, or whatever you want to call him.
A friend, just say a friend of ours.
Yeah, a friend of ours. When he was over in Japan and doing stuff like that, because he's a soldier stationed over there, or was. He's home now, but He had said they're pretty cool with people like that. If you do things like that, if you bring them a picture, just point at stuff or whatnot, or most of them speak enough English that they can actually tell you what it is and what's on it. So they're pretty good to tourists and soldiers, apparently.
Cool. So yeah, because I really want to try, like, I know I just saw they had a picture of a menu. They were doing something, I think was for like Anna, because the place has been open for like a year or something. So it was like a special menu, hot and cold. Like half the things were Shiva themed, the other half were Ifrit themed.
They do like a big Moogle ice cream, from what I hear.
Yeah, they have a bunch of cocktails too. I need to find the list and maybe
right.
throw it up on our.
They're all based on summons or whatever, are they?
Yeah, most of them, I think.
Yeah.
Either most of them, or almost all of them, except for like maybe two. I think there might have been one called like named after swords. Anyway, that is way off topic. Getting back on topic, swords. See, that's the thing. Final Fantasy 15. It definitely doesn't look like Final Fantasy 3. It doesn't look like Final Fantasy 5, 6. Not junky like 7, but it has swords. It has magic. It has chocobos. None of that shit was in Spirits Within.
No,
it was
that's
just
the thing. That was why it was so strange.
Yeah.
Look, all you guys talking shit about Spirits Within, I'm going to point out that it was good as a weapon skill in 11.
Wow. Sure. But no, yeah, I mean, yeah. Hey, let's take our thing, which is based around all these cool concepts, and we'll just do something completely different.
Just poop on it.
I also liked that it was the opening and closing of the Square Enix movie department.
Yeah. We're going to make a movie. We made a movie, and now we're part of Enix.
And that was kind of the downfall for a while until 14 came out.
I
think they were hemorrhaging money. They were losing a lot of money.
Bleeding money.
There we go.
No, well, I think Final Fantasy 13, just because of the name, sold pretty well, but I know it wasn't well received, and the two sequels they made, didn't sell as well, especially in Japan, from what I remember. But then again, I only looked at the sales numbers after like the first week or whatever, so I don't know what they are now. But it seemed like they didn't do too good, and they lost a lot of money on the original Final Fantasy 14 on 1.0. So yeah, Final Fantasy 14: A Realm Reborn put them. I remember the article on it said it put them back in the black. They now have made a profit again.
Which is good, because then that means they can make some more games. Although they need to be careful, because they're starting to go back to shitty games again.
Well, I mean, wasn't there some article that basically said if 15 fails, that it's basically going to sink the company?
It's something like
I don't think the company will sink. I think it's probably more that'll be the last Final Fantasy. They'll be like, nah, that's it, no more.
According to I just hit the title. There's an article on Nova Crystallis. Final Fantasy 15 10 million unit goal isn't about profit, but the team's personal ambition. Okay, so what they said before was, or what people were reporting before, was that Final Fantasy 15 needs to sell 10 million units. Otherwise, dun 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 dun. But in this article on Nova Crystallis is saying that 10 million unit goal isn't about profit, but the team's personal ambitions. It's just a little quick blurb article. This isn't the first time Tabata has spoken on the challenges of his game. Previously, he expressed his desire for 15 to surpass Final Fantasy VII, a high goal to bring in new audience, sales, and more. So.
Yeah, I mean, I think even if it does do badly and they're like, nah, that's it, they'll probably maybe go to their more indie titles, because they do have like an indie division kind of now.
Yeah. They'll probably... what I would expect is Final Fantasy 15 could, if it fails, it'll be the last new Final Fantasy. They'll probably because I'm sure they've already sunk tons of money into it. The Final Fantasy 7 remake, and they'll probably release that. I don't think Final Fantasy 15 is going to do bad, even with a lot of the people naysayers where it's like, oh, it's too actiony for a Final Fantasy game. It's just Kingdom Hearts, but with a grown-up characters and no Disney characters, blah, blah, whatever. I don't think that's going to necessarily hurt Final Fantasy 15 in sales. In fact, I think it's just going to get more people to buy it, probably, because I know there's a lot of people out there that still don't like the turn. I know there's people that want to go back to turn-based, but there's a lot of people that now, younger gamers today, most of them, not all, most of them hate that. They feel it's slow, it takes too long, why do I have to take turns? And they just throw a fit. But I think the Final Fantasy VII remake, if that does bad, I think that's what's going to just screw them in the ass.
That too.
I mean, they've already ruined my chances of buying it.
3 discs, 3 releases.
I don't do episodic bullshit. Sorry, I'm passing.
I heard it from my roommate. I didn't see the article, but it seems confirmed now that it's going to be like the Final Fantasy 13 trilogy. They're going to release it as 3 games.
I'll wait and see, but I'm not gonna buy it if it's $60 to just get out of Midgar. Fuck that. I've got better things to waste my money on.
Well, the first disc took you all the way to
City of the Ancients.
City of the Ancients. So that's a fair amount.
What my guess is because what they said, the reason, I know we talked about this before, but
of course we have.
The reason for going episodic, which I don't know, I don't think they should have used that word. I think they should have just said trilogy. But maybe they were deciding on maybe 10 episodes or maybe 7 episodes or whatever, because 7 episodes, because they like to do that. When they released Crisis Core in Japan, there was a collector's edition PSP, and they released 77,777 units.
Oh, I think we got those over here too. I'd already had a PSP, but I'm like, that would have been pretty cool to buy. It just had the logo on the back.
I know, but anyway, the reason they said going more episodic or doing that is because they don't want to cut anything out of the game. They want, the train graveyard, they want it to be the exact same length as the original train graveyard, have all the details, not let's skip the train graveyard and just say that Tifa and Cloud made it back, or Tifa, Cloud, and Aerith made it to the Sector 7 plate. They want to keep it in the game, but because of how they're making the game and everything is going to be super fancy, awesome graphics, etc., keeping everything from the original Final Fantasy VII means it'll be easier to keep it all doing episodes. And I do hope that is confirmed, because, I bought the Final Fantasy 13 trilogy. I'm more than happy with the Final Fantasy VII trilogy. The only difference I could see is, instead of part 1 ending at the City of the Ancients, I could see it ending more of a halfway point.
Maybe
where
they're probably going to put some more story in it too.
Somewhere around the halfway point, and then put the City of the Ancients stuff, that's the start of episode 2 or game number 2 or whatever. And then kind of push it, because once you got to Disc 3 in Final Fantasy VII, there's really not much there. It's just the Northern Crater. So I think, part of Disc 1 will be moved to Episode 2, and then Episode 2 will have, the last half of Disc 1, the first half of Disc 2, and then Episode 3 will be the last half of Disc 2, and then Disc 3. That's my prediction.
Either way, I'm passing on it. Like I said, I don't do episodic bullshit. I'm not paying $180 for incomplete games.
I don't know if they're doing it the way that I think they're doing it, and I know what I said earlier, but I'm more okay with that. If like to me, an incomplete game is like I'm kind of salty about buying Street Fighter V. I really like it, but like characters being added, there's no arcade mode, and the people are like, oh well, you shouldn't have an arcade mode. You should just fight people online. Yeah, I like to do that every once in a while, but sometimes I like to just do the arcade mode. It has like challenge modes, arcade mode, just single player, where you just go through the.
On what?
Street Fighter V.
Okay.
And hey, at least Final Fantasy VII Episode 1 will have more content than, what was that game? The Order 1886?
Ugh.
Walk 3 steps, watch this cutscene, do this QuickTime event. Oh, that game's over. Okay.
If I save with $10, I might buy it. Just because it looks really nice.
It does. It looks nice. I watched my roommate play it. It's a really beautiful game. It's just there's not much to it. They definitely focus way too much on the visuals. I almost said visuals.
The visuals.
For stizzles. Oi.
Everyone with their creaky chairs.
It's my creaky chair. I can't help it. Stop creaky chair shaming me.
Chair shaming?
Yeah, that's chair shaming.
I don't know. Anything else? I don't know. I'm just trying to think what games have come out recently. Not apart from Overwatch, that seems to be the big one.
Yeah, Overwatch. That was the one that I jumped on that because here's the thing. Obviously, anybody who watches the channel knows Sam and I play Hearthstone, and have probably heard my opinions on World of Warcraft. Or at least World of Warcraft now, and they are not positive. And but I do like Blizzard games. But here's the thing: they have this. I kind of wanted to get on Overwatch now because I have the feeling like they're gonna basically World of Warcraft it by taking the attitude they took to World of Warcraft always seemed to be, oh, this isn't broke, we better fix it, and in the process ended up breaking it. And people say like, oh, just because you don't like the game anymore doesn't mean it's broken or it's this or they did this thing wrong. I don't know. I think the fact that they won't announce how many subscriptions they have anymore, when they used to wave it in everyone's face like they had the biggest dick, and now they won't. I think that says that they broke it. That they clearly say if they're will not admit it's not about subscription numbers. It's about it. Really, it was for the last. However many years the game's been out. How many anniversaries has WoW had? Yeah, you couldn't wait to. It was like Blizzard was like a vegan with that shit. Like, oh, by the way, our game has this many subscribers. Okay, thanks. I'm just taking a piss here, and you're taking a piss over there. When the bathroom. You don't need to tell me.
It's like the vegan thing.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But now they won't say anything about it, so I'd say, and I want to play Overwatch while it's still good, still enjoyable.
Very cool.
Before they put people on a team, and it's like, oh, Tracer has this whole mentality being super fast, and she's kind of happy and stuff. So we've decided that in order to help her, class character fantasy out, make it really feel like people are playing as Tracer, we're removing her abilities and making her incredibly slow, and she's going to be a turtle now. Also, she fights with a rubber duck because reasons. Like I wanted to play.
We're taking Reinhardt's huge ass hammer out, and we're giving him like a hammer, like a tool, like a claw hammer. And then we're taking his barrier out, too. You guys never used this barrier on Reinhardt, right? Well, now he's got a small plate for a shield.
We never felt that May's cryogun was really realistic because, a lot of the maps are in, like, hot areas where it kind of seems to be, like, sunshiny. So, basically, it's just going to be a water pistol now because ice would just melt.
Oh, in that case, we're going to make, Reinhardt's armor. Yeah, we're taking away his armor. We're going to replace it with a swimsuit, and his helmet's going to be a sand bucket. Introducing now all characters in the game will have swimsuits.
McCree's ultimate changed to a privilege check. He just checks the other team's privilege.
Yeah.
Just add in tons of...
They had to put an orange tip on the gun.
Yeah. See, I wanted to get into Overwatch before they wowed it. Which is good, because I am enjoying it.
But Josh, you gotta think, what other nerfs can we add in here?
Well, like anything that gets WoWified, with all the nerfs and removing stuff, there also has to be some retarded buffs. So, let's see. Oh, it's basically when you pick Torbjorn, right? Like before the match starts, you can, when you're like locked in that little room or whatever, you get to go into creator mode where you get a top-down view of the map and you just get to place like 20 turrets.
Bastion now in his little turret mode and never has to reload, and all his bullets explode on impact, dealing 150% more damage.
Bastion's heal is now passive and heals him for 20 HP every 1 second.
Oh. Okay. And his tank mode? Yeah, his tank mode now increases duration by 20 seconds for every kill he gets.
Yeah. Also, he gets wings.
Oh, God.
He's a flying tank now.
Oh, so now he literally becomes an A10 Warthog. We didn't like Bastion being a tank, so now he's an A10 Warthog. Yep.
Widowmaker's ultimate ability turns you into a character that's useful.
Yeah.
Like he just says, instead of I no one can hide from my sight, she's like, I am turning into Bastion. She just transforms into a Torbjorn turret.
So then Pharah's buff is now like nuke Sky just rains with nukes, like mini nukes, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, and I'm sure if someone is listening, they'll be like, oh, Widowmaker's good for this and this and this. I don't know. I feel she needs improvement. Her mind's okay, but her ultimate, it's like, anytime I want to pick Widowmaker, I'm like, oh, this map has a lot of narrow hallways. This would be good for a sniper. I could perk up here. Like I should just pick Hanzo, because he gets a different ultimate, and one of his abilities is Widowmaker's ultimate that I can, just aim. Granted, it's like not the whole map, so it's not as good, but I feel it's just as, I don't know. As
someone who's only ever played as 4 characters, those 4 characters being Soldier 76, Reinhardt, Bastion, and Diva. Like, what does her super do? The ultimate? Does it just literally light everyone up on the map?
Lights up the enemy team, yeah. Puts them in infrared so everybody can see them through walls.
All right, now Now I've seen Pharah. She drops a ton of rockets. What's Mei do?
She throws out a little robot called Snowball, and it creates a giant circle on the ground that freezes everybody in it. It's good for if the enemy team is clustered together, like if they're on the point or the payload or something, then yeah, you throw that on there when they're all clustered, and they'll get froze, and then just go in there with like a Junkrat, just anybody really, even Mei herself, just start shooting them in the face with icicles and they'll die. Because they're frozen, they can't go nowhere. And it also deals like a certain amount of damage. I don't remember how much.
Sounds like a job for Bastion or 76. Then again, what isn't a job for Bastion?
Yeah.
So everything is. I see so many people wanting, like, in competitive, they made it so you can't hero stack.
Yeah, wanting it in quick play.
Yeah.
Oh, we don't want to limit people's creativity in quick play. Having 3 of the same character isn't being creative.
So you're telling me that when the enemy team literally consists of a Zenyatta or Mercy, a Reinhardt, and 4 Bastions, that's fair play?
Apparently. Or it's not fair play, it's creative.
Oh, it's creative. Because I think the best one I saw yesterday when I was playing is literally the whole enemy team. It was, sit on the point. It was the one map where it's out in the open, and there's that one ledge overlooking. Yeah, there was nothing but Torbjorns and 1 Reinhardt up there.
Lovely. I liked the one match I played last week, where the enemy team had 3 Junkrats, and you're trying to push the payload and just hear fire in the hole, and it's like, okay, I'm gonna try and hide. Okay, I barely dodged that one. Fire in the hole. What? Okay, I'm dead. Respawn. Come back. Fire in the hole. Are you? Oh no. Quit. Please. It hurts.
Wasn't it? I can't remember. It was either you or Fen telling me that you guys ended up playing a game where the whole enemy team, all 5 of them were divas, or all 6 of them were divas.
Yes, we played. Oh, it's that one map where you gotta capture both points, and the first one is like outside, and it's kind of like a factory area with snow on it, and the other one's inside. They were nothing but divas. Oh, and you would hear just nerf this. And
explosions.
Yeah, I switched to Junkrat. I don't remember who she was playing as, but we went in there. Yeah. I went in there and I just sat back and shot these little explodey balls, and I kept throwing his thing in there and the trap. And we eventually, but God, fucking 6 divas.
Who won?
We did. We eventually once we basically took one down, and the second one they just fell like dominoes. Because they didn't have their ult, so they couldn't summon their mech back. So it was, at that point we just killed them and captured it. Because they didn't. I mean, maybe they could have got it back, but once we got them out of there and we started capturing the point, they didn't group back up and charge us all again as 6 divas. They just came one at a time, and at that point they were easy to handle.
I mean, Diva out of her mech isn't very strong, is she?
No, she's very low HP. Her gun doesn't do very much damage. Yeah.
But
she is all about the mech.
As a Reinhardt player, I've got one thing to say. Fucking Tracer, you annoying little thing, shooting me in the ass with your little pea shooter. And to all the Genji players out there, you can't deflect my hammer. Deal with it, nerd. But what you can deflect is my Bastion. Bastards.
I felt like such a bad player when I went to sleep at Genji with Anna, and he reflected my sleep dart.
Oh, dude, no. So I played a game today earlier where we had 2 guys as Bastions, and then the whole enemy team charges the point as Genjis.
Jeez.
No Bastion was safe from his own bullets.
Naruto theme song intensifies.
Oh, God.
Believe it!
Good times, yeah. Overwatch is, I'm happy with it right now.
Maybe next time I will also be playing.
Hopefully.
So I'll be able to contribute a little bit more.
Sure about that? Don't count your gooses before they've broken out of their eggs.
Did you guys have anything else to talk about that wasn't Overwatch or Pokemon?
I like guns. I could talk about guns.
Wow. Maybe we'll do that another time.
Yeah, that's it for me. It's hot in my room, so I'm gonna strip down and lay on my bed and contemplate the meaning of life.
Yeah.
Or play DOA X3, which we all know where that goes.
Chronic masturbation.
Pretty much.
Okay, dearies, we'll see y'all next time.
All right.
You can tune in at any of the links in the description below. And it's been great having y'all here. You're such a great audience. Thank you.
Check out our website too, www.pixelexile.com.
You heard the voice say it.
Yeah, and for all the other things like our Twitter and Facebook stuff, that'll be in the description. So have a look there. And if you liked this, I don't know, episode, whatever we're calling it, flick us a subscribe as well. That would be cool. All right, say bye, everyone.
See
I'll catch you darlings later.
Bye.